my name is Vanessa Shears. I'm talking to you today about the thing, or how to make better decisions with your life, the thing that I figured out that has finally made me consistent with my workouts, and it's a lot easier than you think. So I'm really glad to have you guys here today. We're going to be talking for about 10 minutes on how to make better decisions with your life. I mean, we've all started out a day with, or a week with, intentions to do something great, to finally get back to that workout program we've been wanting to do, or to finally start meal planning a bit better. And I know that those can get derailed, but how many times have you had your week go completely derailed and you're sitting there scratching your head going, what the heck did I do this week that threw me off so much? So I want to discuss that with you guys today. So my name is Teresa. Like I said, I am a personal trainer, wellness coach, and kinesiologist. I help women get their health and wellness under control so that they can lose weight, feel better, and get in the most amazing shape of your life. So welcome. If this is your first time here, don't forget to hit like on the page. And always, if you love this type of content, don't forget to hit like, give me a thumbs up so that I know that this is making a difference for you. So last thing before we start here, I have some exciting news to share at the end. It's about a really free something I'm doing within my community next week. So don't forget to stay tuned to the end of this broadcast. So what I want to talk to you guys today is something that I've brought up before, but I really want to make sure that this concept is something you apply to your life. I want you to think about the concept of decision. So on average, we make about 200 decisions a day, and these may be things you're not even thinking about as decisions. Such as, do I want to wear the black shirt or the gray shirt? Do I want to wear a pair of shoes A? Do I want a pair of shoes B? Do I need to bring an umbrella today? Yes or no? So all of these things are decisions. So I want you to think of when you wake up in the morning, you wake up with brain power at 100%. And every time you make a bit of a decision, either way, it drains away at a little bit of that energy that you have in your brain. And every time you deplete your decision-making process, this affects your willpower and your ability to stay strong to what you've set out for your intentions for the day. So what I want to talk to you guys about is the automatic brain versus the prefrontal brain, and the areas that we are making decisions from, and how this one little shift can help you be so much more consistent with our exercises. So there are essentially two main components of the brain. You have what we'll call your primitive brain. So this is the brain we have evolved with for the longest time, and this is the brain that is all about seeking pleasure, avoiding pain, and giving into that. Now, help make this feel good. I want something satisfying. I want that piece of cake. I want to sleep in for my workouts. This is this part of the brain. So if we let this part of the brain run by itself, we would always be seeking out situations that seek out pleasure despite what we might want from our goals in our lives. Does that make sense? So the second part of the brain is what has evolved us into a species where we can make executive decisions. So have you ever, woken up and you don't really feel like going to the gym, but then you decide that this is what you want to do and you overrode that impulse to seek pleasure and stay in bed? This is your executive functioning brain, and this is where we as humans are able to override thoughts, feelings, emotions, beliefs, and do a different action. So when we're warring against these two sides of our brains, where we make this decision from is going to determine if we follow through or not. So the first thing we're going to start doing when we're making decisions about our health, and this can be workouts, it can be, if you're eating better, if you're getting to sleep on time, this can apply to your work life, your family life, whatever you want, but we're going to stay specific with health. So the first thing you're going to want to do is decide ahead of time what you want as your outcome. So I used to find that I was one of those people that, said I want to work out 4 to 5 times a week, and I would leave it until the morning of to decide if I was going to work out and what I was going to be doing. But I found that so many of the times I would get into I'll do it tomorrow mode, or, oh, well, it's only Monday. If I miss today, I still have catch-up days. So you get into that habit, all right? And this is not where we want to be. Because A, it's a decision that is making us fatigued during the day, And when you make decisions in the moment, you are more likely to use your primitive brain, the one that is going to seek pleasure, like watch Netflix or eat a piece of cake, and avoid what we perceive as pain, which is, working out, eating a salad, something that we're not used to having as part of our life yet. So once we decide what we want to do, so I'm going back to that decision. I decided I want to work out 5 days a week. I don't want to struggle with this anymore. So then what you need to do is decide ahead of time. Step 1. I don't decide in the mornings anymore. So every Sunday night, I sit down with my planner and I go through the week and I write down what workouts I'm going to be doing on what days at what times. This way, I know there's no negotiating. You've decided ahead of time when you are going to be doing the tasks that are going to lead you to the results you want in your life. So if you're talking about, eating better and losing weight, you need to plan time to go grocery shopping. You need to be planning time to do your meal prep. You need to be planning time to package your lunches and make a salad and make sure your fridge is full of healthy food. You need to be accountable for that. So having it in your schedule sets it up as a decision made ahead of time so that you are using your executive functioning brain. You are using that overriding brain ahead of time so that you're not giving in to that I don't feel like it emotional state when it comes time to actually do the activity. If you work out 5:30 after you're off work, there's no questions. There's no, I kind of had something else planned. No, this was your plan. Decide ahead of time. Step number 1. Step number 2, what you're going to do is anticipate what that primitive, automatic, emotional brain is going to say to you in the moment when you are going for your workout, eating a salad, whatever it might be. What is your primitive or emotional brain going to say to you? I'm too tired. There's too much traffic. Can't we do this tomorrow? It doesn't taste good. It's hard. I'm lazy. These are all the thoughts that you're going to have come up. So what you need to be able to do is step 1, decide ahead of time. Step 2, anticipate what your emotional brain is going to say to you. So if this is something that you struggle with, what I want you to do is get a piece of paper, and on this piece of paper, I want you to write down all of the things your automatic brain is going to tell you when it comes time to work out. And so all those things that we call excuses, you are going to write them down. Step 3, what you're going to do is create a solution or response that you're going to give yourself for each of those excuses. So I'm tired. Well, perhaps you could tell yourself, yes, I'm tired, but my energy will be better after the gym. What about there's too much traffic? Well, I have to sit in traffic to go home anyways. You know what I mean? So you want to anticipate what your brain is going to tell you to try to stop you from getting your results, from getting to that gym, from eating healthy. And I know we've all been there. There's so many times where, we're tired, we're hungry, we're coming home after work, and doesn't a grilled cheese sandwich just sound great? But you know that a source of protein in a salad is going to go a lot further towards your goals than a grilled cheese sandwich is. So we need to learn to make that ahead of time. So we need to learn not to let our emotions and our thoughts and the chatter in our head drive our actions. So it's like that talk we had the other day about feeling like doing something versus wanting to. Where are you going to live your life from? If you're always feeling by living your life through a place of your emotions, you're not going to be moving, progressing, and growing towards who and where you want to go. So the last and final step is you need to practice following ahead of time till you get better at it until it becomes a habit. Because I've got a secret I'm going to be telling you. It is not going to be easy the first couple times, and to expect that it is we're fooling ourselves. So we have to get better at keeping our commitments to ourselves and following through. So step 1, these are learning how to make decisions that stick so that you are not letting your emotional brain. All right, it looks like we are back. All right, I'll put us back up here. It looks like we dropped a connection for a little bit. Okay, so we were going over the steps that you need to go through to make sure that your decisions are something that you do based out of habit. So step 1, you need to decide on the decisions you're going to make ahead of time. I'm going to the gym day 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 at this time, at this place. No negotiations. That's it. Decide ahead of time. Step number 2, what you are going to do is anticipate all of the thoughts, feelings, responses that are going to come up from that emotional brain. Step 3, you are going to create answers and solutions to those sentences that are coming up so that you can, not react emotionally to them. And last, step number 4 is practice your commitment with yourself. Follow through. It is like a muscle. It's like a strength muscle. It's like the planning muscle. We all have the planning muscle. You know that the more you do it, the better you get at it. So it's like the commitment muscle to yourself. The more you do it, the better you get at it. All right, so that is what I wanted to talk to you guys today about those 2 parts of our brains, the automatic part and the executive part, and always make your decisions ahead of time so that you're not relying on your emotions to dictate your life. So that's all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you are still listening in because you want to hear the special thing we're doing next week, it is super exciting. I am releasing a course to help women stop overeating. And not just that, because so many programs teach us, clean out your kitchen, put the bag of chips where you can't see them and you won't want them anymore. Well, we know that doesn't work. Hiding the bag of chips or, not bringing it into the house, that works in theory, but at the end of the day, it does not change your desire to overeat. And if we are feeling overweight, lethargic, and not getting to our goals, it is likely because we are overeating in some area of our life. So I'm creating a 4-week workshop to help you get control of your overeating behaviors and learn how to manage your mind so that you don't desire food. So that you don't desire food as a way of coping with the emotions and the stress in our life. So if this is something that's interested in you, this is going to be coming out late December, early January, but here's the fun part. I'm going to be filming over 20 videos for this course to teach the content because I like video, you like video, that's why we're here, that's how we learn. So not only are there going to be over 20, 25 worksheets, but we're going to have video content. While I am filming the content for this course next week, I am going to be live streaming it right here on my page so that you can join me here on my page and see all the content for this new course ahead of time and see that this is a process that will work for you. And I really encourage you to jump on next week. I'll have more details about that coming up. But if this is something that you feel like you're struggling with, perhaps we need to tune in and get you started next week on learning how not to desire food as a way of coping with the emotional stress in our lives. You guys have a beautiful week. I will talk to you later on. Take care. Bye.